Het bakladan götür.
He's always looking out for you, right on the
Ladies and gentlemen, Sitaram, I would like to express my sincere condolences unto the Ramcharan family. As we are all standing, I'd like to ask each and every one of you all to please clasp your hands and bow your heads as I offer a little mantra in the name of the departed. Om Anadhino Deva Sankachakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundirikakshaha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Can you take your seats, please? Wash the hand. Sit down, sit down. Yeah, let's not stop on the way.
You come alongside.
You think Jerry about to cry?
Salve parte del Duncan sulla marcia di campo. Salve parte del Duncan sulla marcia di Members of the bereaved. That is, it's very much inevitable. Once, Lord Krishna and Gita says, once we are born, definitely we have to die. Right? Now, this is what we see as a sad patient. See, Mimi, she is the happiest person yet. Why? She has no more pain and suffering. Right? I have known Mimi for the past 12 years, or a little more than that, at the Esperance Vision Mandir. And she is like a, how to put it, like a gentle giant. If she has something to tell you, she wouldn't hold back. She will tell you as it is. And no ill feelings, you know. She says it as it is and we move on. Right? That is the kind of person Mimi was. Yet still, she was very kind-hearted. right? And I must commend all members of this family. But you see, Kieran and Kerwin and Nicholas and Brandon and even Uncle Bal from next door for being there for this family from the beginning, and they continue to be there with them, to lend the support. Nicholas, I must commend you. I mean, you did it so many times before, right? But I must commend you for a job well done, you and Brandon, right? For being there, right? Sometimes, and the Christian saying, Baba, well, leave home and you're not feeling well. So somebody has to be with her. They can't leave her home alone, you know? And that's only normal. That's the stage in life we all have to traverse, you know? So without further ado, before I actually do start the religious part of the ceremony, I would like to hand over to whoever has anything to say and so on. And then I will start the religious part of the ceremony, which wouldn't be very long, and then we will move towards the cremation side. So I'd like to hand over to Kerwin.
Sidaram, everybody. Well, thanks again, Baba, for being here. Everybody else from all of the family. I just want to say, same thing Baba said. Well, he said, me is the happiest person today. Mima is the happiest person I know since 55 years now, right? Mima has always said what she has to say. She considers everybody here and people who couldn't be here as family. Growing up, I really wasn't sure who was my family because it just had so much people living here at some point in time, one point in time or the other. Ramtran, Butchoon, far side of family, random people from the village, everybody was family. And when I was growing up, everybody was family. I think everybody was family, and it was so good for us to have her. Like she and Pa was the glue that would bring everybody together. We would always be here, you know. They always had fun. They always encouraged us to come over every event, all these kind of things. There is some good children, there is some better grandchildren. And she have a great grandchild now that she get to saw. So everything was good and she was very happy, and we here today to celebrate her life.
A mother's love will never end. It is there from the beginning to the end. Today we are all here to say goodbye to Latchmin Butchoon, or as she is fondly known as the Mama, Mimi. Mimi was born in quiet village of Nabat in Rio Claro on December 4th, 1938. Her parents, Dulari and Butchoon. Mimi really didn't speak much about her childhood, but I know that when Ma used to go to the market, Mimi was the one in charge of taking care of the rest of the children. So we had Pupti, Bala, Uncle Billy, Lalo, Deo, Dorothy, Thackeray, and Mali. We came to live in Duncan village, and together with Papa, they had 4 children, Anne, Elsie, Lennox, and Lincoln. Everybody in Papouri Road. So everybody in Papouri Road knew Mimi. She would be there in the hammock, or she would be by the gate or by the tank, and everybody passing on the road would stop and call her out and talk to her. So she was very well known on Papouri Road. And how she got the name Mimi, apparently I gave her the name when I was little. From Mama it went to Mimi, and that name kind of stuck with her throughout. Like Kerwin said, Mimi's house was always full. Growing up too, I had a whole other family that was this family here, and everybody who was related to them, everybody who was a friend to them, everybody knew me and everybody knew that Mimi's house would always be full, whether it was relatives or friends stopping by. One thing that everybody can say about Mimi was that she loved her children very much. She had 4 biological children, but there were so many other people who considered her as a mother. Whenever anybody would be sick, especially from Rio, she would harass Brandon and Nikki when we go in. I want to go. I have to go. And she herself sometimes was not well, but she always made visiting her family a priority. She loved her family, and she always looked forward to visiting them, to taking part in whatever celebration or occasion. And she was always the first one to ask, okay, so and so birthday coming up, what is we doing? Cake and ice cream, what we cooking? She enjoyed that. She enjoyed having her loved ones around her. A few years ago, she would have visited Elsie with Annie, and it was a memorable time for her. She enjoyed her stay there. She was anxious to come back home too, but you know, she had her experiences. When during COVID, Ravina Marie was born just before COVID, and we couldn't go anywhere, we couldn't do anything, and every evening she would just be there by the tank, sitting down talking for an hour, 2 hours. That was where our interaction would have occurred during that time. So even during that time, she was still vibrant and everything. One of the things that Mimi always did, food was big for her. She would be there cooking, anybody comes, she making sure that whoever comes has something to eat. One thing that I would always remember about her, she could make the best roll-up Sahina. I don't know how. I think she tried a couple times to show us, but it never came out like hers. She had that special Sahina touch, and it had to be dashi bush bhaji from Navet. She would not use any other dashi bush bhaji except the one that came from Navet, and she could tell which one was the one that came from Navet. Anytime she went to the market, Davy Market, she would walk through the whole Davy Market looking for the dashi bush bhaji from Navet. Baba spoke about the Esperance Vishnu Mandir, and for every time that they had yajna or Sunday morning service, Mimi was there. That was the event that she would continuously look forward to. Everybody in the temple knew her, Mama, Mimi. And she would go and sit and she would observe everything, and she would be there, she talked and she laughed, and she knew everybody. She loved singing. She would sing all the time with Ravina. She liked to clap her hand and dance. Her dancing was a little shake though. She liked to go by Annie and watch Indian movies and watch ZTV. And she would sit and do that for hours sometimes. Mimi was an extraordinary person. Within the last 6 years, Mimi would have had to say goodbye to Papa, and then Len, and then Linky. So it was almost like every year or every other year, we have had to say goodbye to somebody who we love. And for an old woman, she never faltered in taking care of her husband and her 2 sons. She did whatever she could, and she never complained. she always did what she did with a heart full of love. So there are many, many stories that we can talk about when Mimi was involved. But all these stories carry the same principle. She loved, and she laughed, and she lived. And today, I can say that we all love you, Mimi, and we will never forget you. You have been there for all of us, her grandsons, for me, for Ravina, and she got to see Alexis. So all of your children, your grandchildren, your great-grand, your in-laws, your nephews, your nieces, your cousins, your neighbors, your friends, all of us here today, Mimi, as we say, and your brothers and sisters, we know that you are in a better place, we know that you are pain-free, and I would like to think that you are happy now to be reunited with those who would have gone before you. Mimi, we love you, and today we send you off, and we hope that that spark and that light inside of you continues to shine wherever you may go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mary, for those lovely words.
Sitaram, everyone. On behalf of the Butchoon family, we would have known Auntie Beaton as Didi. We used to call she Auntie Didi. Uncle Male used to be Dada. We have Didi and Dada. Right? And their parents, her dad would have passed away at a young age. Right? And even though it was Didi, she was more than the big sister for the siblings at the time. Right? She took on the role of mother at a very young age. Last night I heard the Pundit talking about Ma, calling her Ma. So from a very young age, she would have been the Ma, the role model, the person to look after everybody on the Butchoon side and the family growing up in Duncan. Right? So we have plenty stories how Daddy used to tell she, hey, need the flour, we're going down by the river to get some fish. And they will come back with a big bag of fish, and they will cook and they will have dinner to eat. Sometimes fish are bite, so they'll eat the roti by themselves. Right? So she would have been the mother figure while Ma used to go in the market to sell, to provide for the family, and she would have been the one looking after them. Right? And then when Daddy started to work in Penal, right? Couldn't travel from Nugget every day, so guess what? He come and he stayed here, right? With his sister, with Anne. Last night Anne was showing me a friend that knew Daddy because when Daddy used to stay here, right? Daddy met, everyone who used to come to the home and come by Auntie Didi. So from the Butchoon side of the family, we are very thankful for the mother role that she took on in making sure that her siblings and them would have grown up successfully. And because of that, we as the grandchildren and future generations coming after us, are very thankful for the role that she would have played, right, in ensuring that her family was well taken care of. And as we say, we stand on the shoulder of our forefathers and foremothers, right? And we are very happy for all we thank her, not happy, but we're very thankful for all the sacrifices she would have made to ensure that, the family was well taken care of. And on behalf of all the Butchoons, I think we want to, make sure that we express that thanks. I know Daddy would have been very, probably in good fashion. She going to make sure Daddy reach where he ought to reach, so she's going to look after him. Right? So I'll pass it over to Derek now.
Sitaram Namaste. So when my dad moved from Navet years ago, is here he came to stay. As his mother in the flying down there. My mother and my parents married out of this house. Me and I grew up in this house. Like, you know, this house, in terms of how we live, I think Dad and Mom would have emulated that with our house in Short Street, because it always had people in this house. It always had people in this house that passed through who were welcomed and loved, and that's how the same way Mommy and Daddy grew up, because of this woman. Never turn away people, and around like maybe the second time I moved back south to live, Boxing Day was a staple in this house. We know we had a Christmas Day lime home, and Boxing Day is to come here, right? And best curry you could have eaten in your life was that woman hand. Best dal curry you could have eat, well, we nobody saying that, was that woman hand. And we always talk about the Butchoon men can fish. That woman could have fish, right? She used to put Lalan to shame when we go river. And those are the fondest memories I have of Mimi, you know? And every time I come here, I try my best to come here as often as possible. I was thinking the other day, my horn stopped working in the car, and I tried to figure out why. I remember why now. It's because I can't pass this house without blowing my horn. My horn overwalk. Didi, as you say, Mimi, we love you so much. And it will really be an adjustment now, living without you and hearing that voice. This is from your favorite nephew. We used to tease you and say, "I's your favorite nephew." And she'd really like having to it. But my wife used to over teach you. So on behalf of my family, Daddy and Mommy deceased, we love you and all the best, Mimi. And safe travels over the next year and the years to come. Sitaram Namaste.
Anybody I got?
Congratulate Mandalay Lutka Hanak Papouri Sarva Papatma Petra Metrasihi. Congratulate Mandalay Lutka Hanak Papouri Sarva Papatma Petra Metrasihi. Congratulate Mandalay Lutka Hanak Papouri Sarva Papatma Petra Metrasihi. Congratulate Mandalay Lutka Hanak Papouri Sarva Papatma Petra Metrasihi. Vinashatam Panchak Maran Vidham
Now.
Trishit.
Ini mas Rabi ya, ini tak tahu.
Yamaputrasya Pitaram Pritasya Panchak Maran Suchit Vam Sudrisht Vinashatam Panchak Maran Viditam Prishvit. Using the index finger, Twashya Viryam Devakaram, Jabjan Gandharavatapa, Vishwan Ravan Jagjan, Matra Mahi Karta Mahi. Twashya Viryam Devakaram, Jabjan Gandharavatapa, Vishwan Ravan Jagjan, Matra Mahi Karta Mahi. Twashya Viryam Devakaram, Jabjan Gandharavatapa, Vishwan Ravan Jagjan, Matra Mahi Karta Mahi. Twashya Viryam Devakaram, Jagjan Gandharavatapa, Vishwan Ravan Jagjan, Matra Mahi Karta Mahi. Sarvamati, Sarvagandhas. Nicholas. Join hands, everybody. Sarvamati, Sarvagandhas में संस्कृति चोषिरी था, प्रिय गंधा सर्व समर्पित गंधिका. Sarvamati, Sarvagandhas में संस्कृति चोषिरी था, प्रिय गंधा सर्व समर्पित गंधिका. Sarvamati, Sarvagandhas में संस्कृति चोषिरी था, प्रिय गंधा सर्व समर्पित गंधिका. Sarvamati, Sarvagandhas में संस्कृति चोषिरी था, प्रिय गंधा सर्व समर्पित गंधिका. Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Gandesha Chakravarti Purva Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो, जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न केवल हारा हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे वृष को भी अमृत कर दे, तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे वृष को भी अमृत कर दे, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
While I proceed to offer the pendants, I see the president of the Esperance Vishnu Mandir is here. I would like to hand over to him to say a few words, please, while I do this. And so, Mr. Japan, Sitaram.
Officiating Pandit Chachuchan and Maharaj and members of the Ramcharan family, who by now I think everybody here will realize our close relationship with this family. Apart from being devotees of the Mandir for well over 30 years, we have been very, very close to Mimi for all these years. In these last few years, sometimes we say beaten, right? But most times I used to call her beat out. She was always a lively person, the center of attraction in anything that she's in. And when she's in the Mandir, I remember her last venture to the Mandir was on Mother's Day this year. And she kept telling us Happy New Year. She was wishing everybody Happy New Year. She wanted to say something special, so she said what she had to say. She thanked everyone for coming. And she was also so elated and happy. By the end of the service, she wanted to sing a song. You know, Mimi was one person she liked to sing. And all of those old time songs, those folk songs, she really enjoyed herself doing that. So Mimi lived a very long and fruitful life here with her children. And in her last days, she had those loved ones around her to comfort her all the way. So we want to pray that the soul of Mimi, wherever her soul may be, and we know that it will be with Bhagwan, she has lived a long, long life. And for that we are thankful for the time that we had with her. It is important for us to also mourn her passing. It is not a celebration. We don't celebrate one's death. We miss that person. We will not have that person anymore. So sometimes when we say we celebrate someone's life, there's no celebration in that. Because that person no longer is with you. Yes, we understand all the words of the Bhagavad Gita and so on that tells you that Jatasi Jova Dhroma Janmamrita Secha, that whatever is born in this world must leave. But we all have attachments. We all attached. This is ours, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my grandchild, this is my mother, this is my father, this is our grandmother, this is our great grandmother. And we will miss that person. The funeral rites today is about seeking the detachment from the person. Right? From tomorrow, we'll think about the soul. But today, for now, we are going to say our goodbyes to the body. So, Mimi has lived a long life and we pray for her soul. Let us pray together. We offer this prayer on behalf of all of us from our mandir. She has been very, very active in all her years. It has only been this last few years, Mimi has been not attending very regularly. But when we do have function, she's there. Even if she has to come for a little bit, she is there together with her family. So we pray, let us pray for her soul, everyone. Hari Om Anadini Dano Devaha Shankha Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Ram Nam Satya. So we'll join together. मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। जीवन देके जाल बिछाया, रच की माया नाच नचाया, चिंता मेरी कभी मिटेगी, चिंता मेरी कभी मिटेगी, चिंतन में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम, मुझे अपनी शरण में ले लो राम। All we can ask the Lord for is when our time comes, that He will come, He will have mercy upon us and take us across this mundane existence. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jagmohan. Right about now, those of you who would like to have a little viewing, we will do so in a few minutes, right? Let's have a little discourse to do, and then we will proceed, right? But Krishna Gita says, once we are born, that is it. After that, as I was saying at the beginning, Mimi is the happiest person here, while everybody else is in some sort of sorrow. Mimi has no more pain. name of the Lord and Master, keep chanting Lord Krishna's name, and it will make her journey smooth sailing until we win. And on the one year, she will meet with Lord Krishna again. Lord Krishna will decide what form he will take. If she will stay at his realm, or if she will come back on earth, in whichever form of the 8.4 million species that is created. It is said here, the nature of the soul, the Atma. Lord Krishna speaks to Arjuna as Arjuna stood on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He was overcome with feelings and weakness and confusion as he faced the prospect of potentially killing his own half-brothers and relatives. At this moment, Lord Krishna, who was the charioteer of Arjuna on the battlefield, sought to allay his fears by teaching him about the distinction between the physical body, which is the physical body, and the soul or the Atma, which is the physical body, which is impermanent, and the soul or the Atma, which is permanent. Right? During our daily lives, we change our old clothes. We change our dirty clothes and put on clean clothes. Right? Likewise, when we die, the soul does not die. The soul leaves this body, and later down the road, takes the form and another body, as the case may be, right? Similarly, the soul or Atma passes on out physical body and takes residence in a newer physical body at regular intervals inside. Just like the clothes that we wear do not represent the real state of our physical body, the state of our physical body, which deteriorates over time and is hence impermanent, do not represent the truly unchangeable and permanent nature of the soul that resides within. Right? So as I said before, we just have to keep chanting the name of the Lord and the Master and keep ourselves strong, and we hope that Mimi's journey is smooth sailing from here onwards. Right? So without further ado, I would like to ask Auntie Anne, anyone, members of the family and so on, those of us that would like to have a viewing and offer the flowers and so on, now is the time to do so. Thank you very much.
While those who come to view and offer your flowers and so on, the family is performing the Bharati, but when you all come, you could offer your flowers and so on. That's your flowers. So let us sing. It is said that in the chanting of the name of Bhagwan, those names, the name of the Lord, brings comfort to all. Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Radharamana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Radharamana Hari Govinda Jai Jai, Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari, Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai, Govinda Jai Jai, Gopala Jai Jai. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Bol, Keshava Madhava, Hare Hare Bol, Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Bol, Keshava Madhava, Hare Hare Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Bol, Keshava Madhava, Hare Hare Bol, Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Bol, Keshava Madhava, Hare Hare Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Krishna Krishna Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Ram Ram Bol, Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol, Keshava Madhava Hari Hari Bol. Now this is a solemn prayer that we all make to Bhagwan, asking for his blessings and his mercy, especially in the time of death. And this is one time that we ask for his mercy and grace, and not for us, but for the departed soul. Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Butchoon Harana Bhavaya Darunam Navakanjalochan Kanjamukha Pada Kanjapada Kanjarunam Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chavinava Nila Niraja Sundaram Patapapita Tamana Hutarita Ruchi Suchi Naumi Chanaka Sukavaram Bajulina Bandhu Dinesha Danava Daitya Vansha Nikandanam Raghunandananda Kanda Kushal Chandana Saratanandanam Siramukuta Kundala Tilakachar Udhara Anga Vibhushanam Ajaru Bhuja Shar Chapadar Sangrama Jitakar Dushanam Iti Varita Tulsi Dasa Shankar Shesha Muni Manaranjanam Mama Hridaya Kanjani Vasakuru Kamadi Daladal Ranjanam Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Butchoon Harana Bhavaya Darunam Navakanjalochan Kanjamudrupada Kanjapada Kanjanam Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram. Ça passe pour avoir fait pas
Shirley.
Antina, if there's anyone that would like to say a few words, now is the time to do so.
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Now is the time.
Sitaram, everyone. I know every single person here has met and loved and lived with me, even if it's for a day, even if it's for their whole life. I've known her since I gained consciousness. When I was about 2 or 3 years old, Brandon was born, and not competition, but for 4 or 5 years, I stayed downstairs with Mama and Papa, living with them, being raised by them, being taught by them. for the past few years, I've been seeing about all of them, Mama, Papa, Daddy, Uncle Lincoln, and throughout all the years, I have very rarely seen this woman sit down at all. When everyone got sick, she was doing everything. Even very recently, she was doing everything for herself. If she wasn't cleaning, she was cooking. If she wasn't cooking, she was washing, and it was never for herself. She taught me more things than I can list, and one of the last things she taught me was cooking, and she always said, when you're making food, make too much, so if anybody stop by, you have something to offer them. She's one of the most hardworking people I've ever seen and known. And I would be proud if I could be half the woman she was. I love you, Mama. Half the person she was, thank you.
It's Nicholas.
We're not judging you. Go ahead.
We would all be proud if we could be half the person she was. Thank you all for coming. I know you all loved her as much as I did.
Thank you very much, Nicholas, and all the other speakers that went before. I would like to call up Auntie Anne to just say a few words before we close and proceed to the commission.
Namaste, everybody. Sitaram. This is my mother, as everybody know, and everybody here today, she would have touched their lives in some way or the other. And for that, we say thank you very much. And I'd like to thank the Divine Lord Krishna, Bhagwan, whatever name we call him, for giving her to us. And now we return in her. She has returned to him. And I'd like to thank all of you for supporting us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you all to please stand and clasp hands and bow heads as I do the closing prayer. Om Shri Gita Ganga Chagayatri Sita Satya Saraswati Brahmali Brahmadhyatri Sandhya Mukti Ardhamatra Chidananda Bhavantinashini Vedati Purana Tatatwar Janmanjari Ittetani Jiben Jibnan Shalmansa Yan Siddhi Divin Dante Paramam Param Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Let us all please class. Let us all join in chanting Om to Mother, please. Om Tameva Mahasa Chapita Tvameva Tameva Bandhu Shasaka Tvameva Tameva Vidya Dravinam Tameva Tameva Sarvam Mama Deva Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. What is the Krishna Chandra? Right about now, we're going to make arrangements to proceed towards the cremation site. Thank you very much.
Mostly, well, mobile laptop that would be home. You can roll your calculator to stuff. Yeah, I have to look at this tomorrow. By the traffic light. By the traffic light, by the well done, I'm gonna after we can go. No,
Go in. Good. Yeah.
Take this thing and you might need it.
Just rest on the side.
By Darren.
Yeah, by Darren. I want to get involved in this club because I'm not fortunate like college, like in primary school. Anything that I need. Yeah, well, it's already put in something like by Darren. That's the case.
Who is me? We used to have to send
चल